Jedrick Wills took part in individual drills today for the first time since his injury. First step towards getting him back. Will not start Sunday's game against the Cowboys. He also talked about how the plan for his recovery from his knee injury changed.
It's unfortunate when you have an injury like that where you can't control what happens. But as O-line, you kind of have to push the injury. It's not like any other position group where you can sub somebody in for a couple plays and then, you know what I mean, or for a game. So chemistry is everything, and sometimes you got to play through injuries, and that's just how it happens.
Could you take me through that again? Did you say originally you were not going to need surgery?
Yeah, originally I was not going to need surgery. It was going to be rehab. I don't remember the exact timeline, but at first I wasn't going to have surgery, and then later on they found out that they needed a scope.
So was it an MCL, or was it more than an MCL?
It was more than an MCL, yeah.
Oh, yeah? But it was scope?
Yeah, it was a scope that I ended up getting in December, yeah.
You said you don't expect to start on Sunday.
No.
Do you expect to play at all, or is that kind of up in the air?
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air. Really, it's just trying to get through today, see what I can do, and move forward from there.
With that, let's welcome in Jeff Lloyd from the Locked On Browns podcast. So, Jeff, the injury more serious than we initially knew, obviously. That would explain the rehab time that's kind of and I know you've addressed this. What happens if Jack Conklin goes out and plays really well at left tackle?
Look, the bottom line of this is you're trying to put out the five best guys that you have. And, I know a lot of people have been talking about, what this could mean and how difficult this could be for Jack Conklin. Jack Conklin started 35 career games at Michigan State. Granted, that was probably 8-9 years ago. So it's been a while in the past. But it is not like he is completely unfamiliar with the position. Jack has a resume, when healthy, that speaks for himself. He's a two-time All-Pro in this league. Jed, as much as, I have tried to, cool down on, some of the negative I've talked of Jedrick Wills over the years, because I think Jed is a lot tougher guy and a lot more committed than people give him credit for. Sometimes their play becomes the defining. But when somebody's been with an organization for 5 years, there's certainly positives to it. But Jack is certainly capable, if this is truly a 1-versus-1 competition, of taking this job. He truly is. It's just a fact. I don't think the Browns want to distort the growth path of Dawand Jones, because he'll be a starter next year regardless. He could be their top offensive tackle come 2026. So I don't think they have any intention of slowing down the Dawand Jones train. And it does maybe make for a little bit of an awkward position if Jed ends up being, a $14 million and change swing guy. But between he and Conklin, these guys have both been banged up. Jed's been able to stay out there more regularly than, Jack Conklin has. So it does create an scenario there. But, if Jack Conklin's the better left tackle, and we know Dawand's going to suffer a little bit in the run game, it's just going to be something that's always going to happen. He's just that big of a guy. He just doesn't have the initial quickness and burst, that some offensive linemen have. You're just not going to have it at that size. But you put Jack on the left side with Joel Bitonio, you pull Wyatt Teller, all of a sudden running the ball. I mean, and even if it's a tell and you're telling everybody most likely we're running the ball to the left side, that's a really good tell to have if you're going to run the ball.
Yeah, and again, you can't afford not to have the best offensive line out there. The stakes are too high for the season for the Browns, without question.